What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. So I got some draft news for the Blazers, man. And this is according to Brian Windhorst of ESPN, that the Blazers are planning to keep the 7th overall draft pick, and they plan to draft Shaedon Sharpe of Kentucky. Now, that's huge news for the Blazers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been reported ad nauseum that the Blazers' plan was to go ahead and move the 7th overall pick for NBA-ready players. But with this news, only a few days away from the actual NBA draft happening, that sends shockwaves through the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even really get into that type of prospect because it just seemed like it was a done deal that the Blazers were going to use that 7th or trade that pick, but from what I've seen and what I've heard from different pundits, and that he has elite size, length, and fluidity. He's already an NBA level shooter, and he projects to be an NBA starter at the next level. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that his numbers are like 6'6". I've seen also 6'5", 200 pounds. So that seems like a guy who could easily slot in to the 3 for the Blazers. I don't know if he'll be the starter right away. I feel like a guy possibly like Josh Hart or Nasir Little will get the nod first, but Sharpe could push both of them for the starter role before the season ends. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he just shows up and shows out like he has the potential to really do, So I'm definitely excited at the prospect of us drafting Shaedon Sharpe. Dame Lillard has been a very regular at all of these pre-draft workouts, and he's very high on Shaedon Sharpe, and it's also been reported that he will give the stamp of approval if the Blazers do intend to draft Shaedon Sharpe, Also, Blazers' own Mike Schmidt, formerly of ESPN, had the Blazers selecting Sharpe at 7 while he was still working with ESPN. So that's very interesting, I'm sure his insight, along with the other assistant GMs, along with Dame, all Coach Billups as well, and his staff, I'm sure they're all in unison, along with Joe Cronin, in doing this. It's definitely something that could really raise the Blazers' ceiling. Maybe not this season, but next season and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Just having that type of potential is just very tough to pass up, and I can definitely understand why the Blazers don't want to pass that opportunity up with getting a guy like John Collins or Jeremy Grant, who I still feel like we're still getting Jeremy Grant. I still feel like that, I feel like they'll just have to get more creative in terms of, like, I still feel like that 2025 Milwaukee pick, and possibly maybe like a 2nd round pick this year, possibly that 36 pick, and Keon Johnson or maybe Eric Bledsoe. I still feel like that'll get the deal done. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Jeremy Grant wants to come to Portland. It's already been multiple reports out that Dame and him were already working out together. You know what I'm saying? And I still feel like the Blazers offer the Pistons the best deal in terms of salary cap relief. They're not going to be taking on massive amounts of contracts like what they would have to do for a team like the Heat. I seen the Heat were offering like the 25th pick or something like that, 25th or 26th pick, and Duncan Robinson. That's adding a lot of salary back to your roster instead of getting rid of Jeremy Grant's and then taking on Keon Johnson's, I think it was like $1 million deal. It just offers much more opportunity for the Pistons to be able to go after a guy like DeAndre Ayton and something else. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the Blazers are in the best position still to be able to get Jeremy Grant. Even though there's a lot of teams that covet his services, I just still feel like he's coming to the Blazers, man. There's so much leading up to it, you know? Like, it's been well documented that Grant and the Blazers, you know, everything that happened, Josh Hart, Nurk talking with him, you know, whenever they were still in the season, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like we're getting Jeremy Grant. So if we do this, I'm with it, man. I think the Blazers still have opportunities in free agency. Also, other trades possibly, you know what I'm saying? For guys that they really feel like could fit the team. Also, a guy like Joe Ingles getting re-signed. That kind of signals to me like Joe Ingles could definitely be a part of the rotation for next season, you know? But I don't have too much else on this one. This is your boy P Money. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm off this.